Right, well, let's take you back to Cape Town now. We touch base with our politics contributing editor, Vuyomvoko, who joins us live from the International Convention Centre, where the NCOP sitting has been underway. Vuyo, good morning. All right, we're going to try and re-establish that connection, of course, with Vuyomvoko, who's standing by in Cape Town. He's been watching closely the proceedings taking place in the first sitting of the National Council of Provinces, where we did see this morning the election of the chairperson and certainly the leadership of the Council of Provinces. We will keep a close eye on that connection to see if we're able to speak to him. And of course, he's not alone, quite a team that we've sent down there. Vuyo, are you able to hear me? A good morning to you.
Welcome to Cape Town. Of course, that first sitting of the National Council of Provinces now over. Things going fairly smoothly this time around, unlike, of course, yesterday where we were here for more than 12 hours. I do have with me the president of the South African Local Government Association, but also the new Premier of Limpopo. If I may start with you, Premier, congratulations are in order on being, of course, not only the Premier, but the very first woman Premier of the province of Limpopo. Just how did you feel yesterday when it became through?
I think I felt humbled to say out of the 6.5+ million people, I become the chosen one to lead the province at this particular time when we know the challenges that are facing our country, especially economic challenges, which is having an impact on everything that we do, be it jobs, be it health, be it education, be it water provision. Because when you have got economic challenges, the budgets are being cut and all that. So if you are then given that responsibility to navigate the province during this difficult time, it means there's some confidence that people are having in you. And of course, it's also you have mixed emotions to say, yes, if I fail the people, what then? So you dare not fail the people of the province.
But you are new at all to the administration. You know the problems. I mean, you've been sitting in cabinet meetings. Where do you think you're going to start?
I think we need to elevate the issue of putting Limpopo to work as the ANC manifesto and getting jobs for our people by putting more industries, revitalisation of the industrial hubs, and all those initiatives that the policies are there, they are packed. The issues that we must just elevate them to the office of the Premier, where you would now start to make sure that we no longer talk about percentage, that we are at this. We talk about the real jobs. So these are the jobs that, together with the private sector. For instance, if you look at Limpopo, we have got, we are blessed in terms of natural resources. You look at our minerals. The issue is that we need to explore more and not only focus on the productions of the minerals. We need to take a further step looking at the processing. What the economy is always telling us, that you need to move towards secondary economy and also to tertiary economy, where beneficiations start to come. You don't have to start big, you start small. If you were exporting 100% of platinum, why don't you start by exporting 90 and keep 10% and start to look at that. We also need to look at agro-processing, because we are blessed. We parts of our province, like your Mupani, it's a food basket. We the greatest producer of tomatoes in this country, but we don't even have a single factory for tomato sauce. So those areas of manufacturing and not only production using the current natural resources that we have. We also would need to expand when you look at tourism, that we have not done much if I can start to talk about my province, you will be shocked that is it really that province. We need to do more to create the hype out there. Like all of you, when you think of holiday, your destiny is Dubai. Why can't it be Limpopo? Some of you think Kruger National Park is more of Mpumalanga. We have not done much, and the reality is that 2/3 of Kruger National Park, it's in Limpopo. So we need to look into that. When you talk of Big Five, in some of the game lodge you go, in November we talk of Big Six, because there's one of the biggest baobab tree that you have in the world. So those are the areas that we need to expand, even in terms of heritage side. You might not even know about that. You go to Waterberg, the biospheres that are there, the beauty. So we will work on that, working especially the fact that we need to start working closely with the business and create the environment conducive for them. If the mine investors come and say we're investing here, within the mine, but we are having difficulties in mining because we don't have water, we don't have the proper network, we don't have infrastructure like roads and all that. We need as government to come in and work in that. So the top agenda for me, I keep on saying, if we have got an economy that is not only growing, but that is developing, because once it develops, it will give opportunity for more jobs. Then when people start to work, people who have been educated, who are working, they don't become much of the dependent on the state, because they can be able, even the health experts, public health, they've published many research to show that people who are working hardly get sick, but people who are not working have got a lot of medical conditions. So you would have reduced the issue of housing demand. You will reduce the issues of social grants demand. So that's why these issues of economic growth and development becomes key for the province to prosper.
Premier, we wish you the best of luck, and once again, congratulations. Premier Ramathuba, of course, of the newly elected Premier of the province of Limpopo. Well, I have next to me the President of the South African Local Government Association, Mr. Phophi. Well, you have 10 delegates in the National Council of Provinces. What are the marching orders that the Local Government Association has given them?
Thank you very much, Vuyo, and greetings to the listeners outside there. First, let me pass condolences to Mtimkulu family, whom we lost one of the delegates to NCOP who missed today's sitting. The SALGA engagement with the delegates is to strengthen cooperative governance, because cooperative governance, if it is weak, there will be no service delivery. We may shout about it, but if there is a weaknesses in cooperative governance, you must just forget. And the members of SALGA that are in this NCOP, they are expected to encourage 3 spheres of government to work collaboratively and cooperatively, so that we can act as a single unit government, not competition, because what is outside there is a competition amongst the spheres of government. So our delegates attending here and into the future engagement, they are to engage in terms of how do we pull ourselves to the center as a government in responding to challenges that we face. Secondly is that if we then do that, we will see changes and the speed in rendering service to our communities. For instance, you have laws that are prohibiting local government to perform its duty. I mean, Vuyo, you can't employ a city manager to be a clerk, because you don't give an opportunity to that skill to perform strategically in expeditiously dealing with the bottlenecks and challenges that are faced by communities. So that's second part. But the third part is to look to legislations that are prohibiting local government to perform duties. For instance, I mean, you can't amend the Electricity Act to a point that you take away the responsibility of the municipalities. And we expect that our delegates will engage on that with the NCOP.
But one of the big complaints has been that the National Council of Provinces doesn't really do justice to local government issues, in part because of the way it is structured.
Look, we had a very good conversation with the 6th administration, Braembi as a chair, and Lucas as a deputy chair, Seiso as a chief whip. And we highlighted this issue to them, that the NCOP's function, it had to work with us as local government and provinces to at least streamline the way in which we respond to challenges that our communities are facing. Because it's through this platform where we are able, as leaders in local government, to express views, bottlenecks, and remove those bottlenecks. And we expect that this 7th administration will turn that corner.
We'll certainly be monitoring these events. Let me thank you for now, the president of the South African Local Government Association, of course, on issues that are facing local government, which, of course, the National Council of Provinces would have to deal with. They have 10 delegates in the National Council of Provinces who have a mandate to take up local issues in this first House of Parliament. For now, though, it's back to you in the studio.
Well, thank you so much for that report, coming to us live from the Cape Town International Convention Centre, where the proceedings have been adjourned at the National Council of Provinces.